I'd now like to recognize Representative Gabbard for 5 minutes.
Thank you very much, Mr. Chairman. I appreciate your leadership and the leadership of my colleague, Congresswoman Hanabusa, and how she has so ably and successfully represented Hawaii here on your committee as well as here in Congress. Puna and the town of Pahoa are in my district on Hawaii Island, and I'm continuously inspired by their resilience. They've faced multiple natural disasters. Hurricane Iselle was the first. Many homes were destroyed. The community went through a very difficult period, and this is the same community that's now really going through this uncertain and difficult period with the lava flow from Kilauea. It's been incredible how the community has risen to the challenge, and it's really been through the leadership of Chief Darryl Oliveira and Mayor Kinoy, who have really been at the heart of the readiness and preparedness that has occurred. I think there's some great lessons learned that I know they will be able to share with others who may face this similar type of hazard in the future. I just want to share quickly some innovation and solutions that's happened there in Pahoa. There are students at Pahoa's Hawaii Academy of Arts and Sciences, as we're talking about the effects of VOG. They came up with an idea for an air scrubber for volcanic smog or VOG. The scrubber pulls the VOG from the air with a fan and neutralizes acidity with a compound similar to baking soda. The materials for the scrubber are available for $100 at a local hardware store, and the student assembled scrubber, they put it together for $150, $50 going back to the school. So this is the kind of innovation that is really coming organically from the community here. Aloha, Darryl. I know you have a lot on your plate right now, but I'm just wondering if you could touch quickly on federal assistance that you see will be helpful to the community there, whether it be, you've already talked about the Chain of Craters Road, but also other types of federal assistance that you know will be necessary for this community's recovery.
Yes, thank you. Well, we have received the declaration under the Public Assistance Program through FEMA for assistance there. That is greatly appreciated because, as was mentioned previously, the local government and state have basically taken proactive measures to try to provide for the sustainability of the community and the construction of the roads, as well as the efforts made by the Department of Education to provide for a truly enriching education experience for the students when faced with this. So relocation or redistribution of the students has come with substantial costs to both the local and state governments. So through the public assistance program, we're optimistic and hopeful that we recover some of those costs and allow the local and state governments to then allocate additional resources to other much needed programs and projects. So from the FEMA perspective, we are very grateful that we have the public assistance declaration and look forward to the recovery of some of the expenses incurred so far. Others is the continued support of the USGS. As I mentioned, their expertise is invaluable to our office and to all of the executives here at the local level and the state with making decisions on not only our actions in response, but also in preparation for any recovery. So their services and support are invaluable and much needed. Other than that, we received tremendous support from our state, the governor's office, the local National Guard. I feel at the present time we have more than adequate resources made available to us to continue to respond to the needs of the community. And other than those programs, as I mentioned, I feel that we are very grateful and appreciative to what we received so far. And again, thank you for all of your support.
Thank you, Darryl. We've got just under a minute left, but I'm wondering if you could share quickly the what you have put in place to protect the utility poles even from being destroyed and making it so the community has lost power as the lava has flowed through certain areas.
Yes, our utility company, our local utility company, has again also taken a very proactive approach and response to this. They have deployed protective measures around critical infrastructure, which consists of concrete rings, the poles being, these are wood above ground utility poles that support main transmission lines out of one of our generation facilities. So they have wrapped the poles with a thermal barrier, then put around them concrete rings, filled the rings and wire mesh with a aggregate material that provides insulation, and then have built protective barriers around that on the outside. We've seen success currently with one pole being affected. We're very optimistic that some changes were made to the design and strategy that they can protect their infrastructure. In addition to that, they've also, with the rest of the utility companies, also identified alternate paths for realigning or redistributing power, similarly with our water department and our communications companies on island. So everyone is working very hard with the goal of trying to provide for uninterrupted services for the community.
Thank you. Thank you, Mr. Chairman.
Representative Gabbard.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Aloha, Commissioner Ito. It's good to see you here. Sorry it's so cold. You testified about the challenges of residents, especially in Pahoa, facing potential non-renewal of their insurance policies. And I'm wondering if you can speak to further federal steps that would be appropriate from our side, as well as any comments that you have on proposals for a national catastrophe insurance risk pool.
Well, with respect to federal response, as I mentioned, I think access to the homes that may ultimately get cut off, I think, is of vital importance. It would discourage people from abandoning their homes, because the loss of use in most policy only covers for 2 weeks of alternative living expenses.
And by access, you're talking about either the bridge and Chain of Craters Road.
Yeah, mainly a bridge, whether it's pedestrian or car or vehicle, just to get to the other side to buy groceries and take care of basic living expenses, or just transportation to the work. Using Waimea Bay as an example, when there was a road closure, they built an alternative road through the beach, which allowed and shortened the time of commute. So that is the similar. With respect to the non-renewals, and we've done everything we can within the confines of the law to ensure that the insurance companies continue to renew policies. That's our biggest concern. A federal national catastrophe program would help as a backstop. But in the past, when there's been discussions, the trigger point or attachment point for Hawaii was too high, where our probabilities of attaching to a catastrophe program was very unlikely. So if there is a creation of a backstop, that attachment point for Hawaii be lowered, so we can access the program. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you very much.